Hello everybody and welcome. We have finally received Sim Update 1. It only took how many months before we got this update? And it was a very needed update. And I'm still experiencing crashes. A lot of the times whenever I experience crashes is on the initial startup of the sim. So I'll hit that, hey, let's go into the sim and see the menu, and I click into the free flight and it crashes. I experience that at least maybe 1 or 2 times a week. It's not often, but I don't know what the culprit of that is. But yeah, the C-17 Globemaster III, it did get an update from Miltech, which we got with the Sim Update 1, and it's now operating on version 1.0.5. There was a lot of updates that Miltech did to this thing. I'm gonna flash the changelog up on the screen. If you guys want to pause and check that out, go right ahead. But I'm just going to go over the first few. And the first few are contrast and weathering on all liveries improved throughout. Main landing gear sinking on the ground on heavy loads. Added additional weathering to check cockpit textures. Rivets, white outline when viewed from afar, and improved engine cowling textures. That's just a handful of what has been added to or changed to this plane. There's been a lot that's changed, and we're going to go through the whole plane. We're just going to do basically what we did on the first launch of the sim. I've had some requests on doing video on another video on the C-17, a more updated version, and that's what we're going to do. So yeah, we can come up here, and we can go ahead and click off on the covers. I couldn't remember. I don't remember if we can actually click on these before the update or not. It's been that long, and I could always go back and check my previous video, but obviously I had to go sort through a lot of videos. But click off on the pedos, and do not forget to take off the gear pin. Even though the gear pin is there, you can't see it. You just got to wait for that little highlight where it says gear pin, or else when you take off, you can't lift your gears. I ran into that problem, and I was like, wait, why can't I lift my gears? What the heck? Apparently Asobo's, this is from third source, not officially from Asobo, but that's what I've been reading and stuff. Asobo is mandating that all new planes that come into 2024, that's designed for 2024, has to have these, I guess, clickable surfaces. That's at least how I've read it online. I could be also completely wrong or taking things out of context. Please put it down in the description below if I'm incorrect or have giving information on that end of it. But that's how I have read it online. But yeah, I mean, when you look at it, the texturing is a lot better. The weathering is there. I mean, I like the texturing it's done now to the plane. It looks really good. Just waiting on those additional liveries from Miltech. I thought they were going to make some new liveries for the next update to come out. I guess they're waiting or still coming up with them, or doing still some major overhauls to the sim or to the plane. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get inside. So you can still come over onto the side of the plane and click on this door right there. And now we're inside. Go ahead and activate my head tracker. There we go. Head tracker is on. Let's go ahead and set up a little bit more. We're going to click off on the radios. Get those off the dash. Let's go ahead and power her on. Now, they also added something new to the startup process. When you power her on, so battery's on.
Wax fail.
All right, battery's on, and then we're going to come up here to the APU power. All right, power's on. So the APU will start without any of the fuel boosters on. Now, but you have 2 minutes after you basically turn on your APU to activate your fuel boosters, or else the APU will shut back off. So we're gonna just go ahead and flip these valves. Turn on the fuel boosters so we don't lose APU power. While we're here, we'll go ahead and flip on the APU generator. Let's see what else we need. Flip on the transfer buses. And also I noticed you have to flip off or override or off, and then put it back to auto before it recognizes these other buses. Yeah, so you have to flip them off and on again so it recognizes them, which is kind of annoying. So you see when the light goes out, when I flip them and flip them back. We're going to also go and activate the generators for when we power on. We're going to go ahead and already do the IFF. We'll just keep it there. Come back here. Turn on all of these. Also, while we're back here, APU bleeds on. And then also turn on the hydraulics. All right, then we go pitot heat. Probe and pitot heat is on. Also, don't forget to turn on the IRUs for the GPS. All right, so it looks like everything's looking good. Engine oil, yep, okay, we're good, we're good. So there were some other changes that were done. All right, we're gonna move the keyboard so I can get to my joystick. So we're gonna go ahead and move a little bit. Move things down. We're gonna go down to the bottom bay. There was another change they did. So back here, there's the flag. They temporarily removed the flag. According to the change log, they're going to be moving it. And I'm pretty sure they're moving it to right here. Because, or they're going to make it so that you can move it either from there to there. But that's all I know. That's how I read it. Is that they temporarily removed it so they could move the flag, and which makes me happy because when I deployed to Afghanistan, I flew back. So I flew to Afghanistan, R&R back from Afghanistan, then back to Afghanistan, and then when I ETS'd out of Afghanistan. So I flew like four total times on a C-17, actually 5 if you include the Air National Guard. And every time the flag's always been like right here. And it's where in my opinion, that's where it should be. And I think that's where they're going to be moving it to, which is awesome. We're going to go over here. Let's see if they change the speed of the ramp. Whoops, there we go. Let's see if they change the speed of the ramp, if it's still Mach Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to change it here. Adjust the head. Yep, there we go. All right, so we're going to also flip on our, let's see, right there, exhaust. Everything looks good. Got your seatbelt and most smoking signs right there. And then we're going to also open the back ramp. Yep, Mach Jesus. Let's see what happens when we close it. There's Mach Jesus again. Yep, they didn't fix that. That's very unrealistic. So, yeah, that's still going on. Let's see. There we go. There it is. So we're going to turn that up, and we're going to try the white light, red light. Okay, the red light is on. You can see the red light. I'm going to flip it on. You'll just see barely. Actually, you know what? There's a better way of looking at it. Let's go ahead and change the time of day. I don't know if this is different, but I know that I didn't go over it before. And, oh, look, it's dark. You see the red light? It looks really good. I love it. So the red light is to protect your eyes, and so you're able to still have night vision. Because white light destroys your night vision with your night viewing abilities with your natural eyes. When you flip it on to white and then you flip it to dark, your eyes are adjusting. This helps so your eyes don't take as long to adjust. So let's go ahead and flip it, and there's your white. All right. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and put it back to daytime. Ooh, look at that real big old flash of light. All right. Let's go ahead and head back up to the cockpit. All right, we're back up here. So we're at the point where we can start the engines up already. Let's go ahead and go ahead and flip these on. Turn those on. Arm the spoiler. We're also going to adjust the trim, or the stable trim. We're going to bring it up to 5. Oh, that's going down. We're just going to go ahead and bring that up. So we have stabilizers. So right here, this is where your stabilizer is, your stabilizer trim. Can't use it. So you got to, from what I can tell, I click on it, there's nothing happens. So recommend it to map it in your menu. Map it under your controls on your trim so you can adjust it. All right. Let's go down here as well. Let's go ahead and do position in it. There we go. And we still have also, when we go over the flight plan, we're taking out of Dayton Air Force, or Dayton, or Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, KFFO. And I'm just going to throw in a random destination. We're not going to actually head there, which is Columbus Airport, John Glenn International. KC, oh, at MH. KCMH. There it is. Execute. Still cannot go to the perfect init page. I don't know if anyone else is having the same issues. I still cannot do that on anything. Yeah, so I don't know if they're still working on that or what the deal is. So yeah, not sure what that's going on with that. Tried a few different things and it just doesn't work for me. Oops, turn on the wipers on accident. But let's go ahead and turn on the engines. Good grief, I'm turning on the wipers on accident. Engine 1. Now what I do like is that when you were looking at here and turning the engine on, before this update, you would have to turn this off automatically. I believe it was at 53%. It's in the change log. I didn't I have it to my left, but I would be messing up my IR camera. But I believe at 53%, this pops back in. Oh, and it also helps if I have this ignition turned all the way on. Defog is on. Test the bell. Bell works. Powering it up. I still love the C-17. This is still by far one of my favorite planes. Oh, that's another thing they added. They also added to the tablet. They added this section, documentation. So you can scan this QR code on your phone and get the actual full manual for this plane. Still have the fuel and payload. You have your HMMWV, which is your Humvees, heavy armored vehicle, your bulletproof very important bulletproof vehicles, or whatever this is, VVIP silver bullet. Oh, I'm thinking bulletproof, but it's probably not what it is. CH-47 fuselage, presidential limo, UH-60 fuselage, and some cargo pallets. Still the same. I believe this is still also the same. And you also still have all this. You can change the brightness of the of your EFB, which is awesome. All right, you see right there, it did shut off or click back in at certain points. So engine 2 start up. Let's go ahead and start them all up at once. Knock that all out. So yeah, I apologize for being gone for so long. There were days where I would have my voice, and then there were other days that I was having absolutely no voice. I was still getting over whatever I had, and whatever I had really crippled my voice. I was like, okay, I would like to have my voice back, please. Thank you. And recently I finally got it back, and then it's in time for this update, this big SU1 update. All right, engine 2 is started. Now waiting for 3 and 4. While that goes on, we're going to go ahead and click on the engine bleeds. Turn off the APU bleed. Go ahead and kick off the APU itself and shut down the APU generator. Give it a little bit of time, and the APU sign up the top right here should go away. All right, there it goes away. Doing a few other clicks and setting things up. Everything looks fine. Let's go ahead and disengage the parking brake. Everything, all the lights are out. We have an anti-ice on. It is still technically winter, so we're going to keep the anti-ice on. And we're going to also give her a little bit of throttle and turn. And then head for the runway. Still love this bird. I don't fly it as much as I wish I would, but we're still. There was a lot of planes that we're getting updates, and we're gonna go over a lot of those planes that I really like. I'm glad to have people that still stick by the channel, and you guys are awesome. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that button. It really does help me out a lot, and I do plan on getting back into the grind of YouTube. And it is fun. It is fun having the interaction from the community. If you want to also join the Discord server, the link to that is in the YouTube channel description, not in the video description. I should probably start adding that again. But yeah, you guys can add that. I love getting photos, screenshots of in-game footage, real life footage of people posting what they see if they're living around Air Force Base or they go to the air shows. I kind of do the same thing because I like going to air shows and getting footage. It's a pretty it's a semi-active channel or a server. I would love it to be more active. I also have a Facebook page for the channel. It's named the same thing, Steve Sim Station. Go ahead and go follow me on Facebook as well. I post all of my newest content on there as well, and I'm starting to do some other things here soon on there as well, reposting news that I get from other sources. All right, let's go ahead and take off this bird's beauty. Let's see if we get that stabilizer warning. That's another thing they said they changed. So when you spawn onto the runway directly with the engines running and everything, it already auto configures the stabilizers, so you don't have to. That's something they did change as well, which is going to be beneficial to a lot of people that don't want to deal with doing the stabilizer. I don't like doing it, but I mean, it's got to be done. And I'm way too far to the right. All right, full power. Oops. I don't know why I forgot that. Flaps, put them down. All right, flaps 2. There we go. Flaps down, full power. Yep, stabilizers are good. Flaps are down. They also did some changes to the audio, which is awesome to see, to hear. Oh, it sounds so good. And we're up. It's what I love about the C-17. Does not need a long runway to take off. Gears are going up. And we're going to also adjust the flaps. Flaps are up. Pull back on the power so we don't overspeed. Going 180 knots. That's looking pretty good. I love the HUD. Beautiful bird. I know we're not supposed to turn off the lights until we get above 10,000 feet, but I don't care. $220, $230. It looks like we're about to hit. Air spoil we're not getting much of a wind at all. It's almost a stale air. Oops, trying to get my angle. There it is. That is the Air Force Museum outside Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. This is the old picture of it. The fourth clamshell right there. It has been there for many years. So I don't know what data that Microsoft and Asobo was using for this. Let's pitch our nose down a little bit so we can gain a little bit more airspeed. Let's see, we're approaching 10,000 feet. But we are definitely off the ground. Everything is looking good. No warnings, nothing up here. Just have ATIs, which is normal. Go ahead and back down on throttle a little bit. But she is a beauty of a bird. And I like the progress of updates that they're doing to this. Honestly, though, the updates should come faster. Obviously, though, we still do not have the marketplace for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Many times they have now delayed, and it's kind of getting annoying. And I'm sure everyone else is getting annoyed at that too. Eventually, we will get it. Eventually. But that's going over the update of this aircraft. I'm sure we'll get more. Can't wait to get the actual some more liveries down the road. It's just I really wish the state of 2024 was better. It's still fine. I mean, minor crashes happen for me, and it's not a very often thing. Maybe once a week I'll get a crash. But other than that, yeah, the sim is it's performing pretty good. I may get since the SU1 came out, I have been getting some frame spikes. I don't know if it's the update to the plane that's not optimized or what the deal is with that. It could be also on my end. I need to probably readjust. I just updated my computer's M.2 to get 2 terabytes. Needed more storage because this both these sims, I still have 2020 installed. Man, do they take up a lot of storage, especially with all the mods. All right, yeah, we're gonna be doing more videos. I also plan on doing some videos with Beyond ATC, with the B2, C-17, all kinds of different things, because I feel like Beyond ATC on my end just needs to be touched more. I really like it. But yeah, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, hit that button, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one. Later.